Hi, welcome to Scott Combs Voiceovers podcast, helping you start and grow your online voiceover business. I'm Scott. Voiceover artists wear all the hats. You're entrepreneurs. This time we're talking about your marketing materials. Oh yes, you need them. I've mentioned before that when you first get started in voiceover, you need to take any job you can get, and that includes stuff you may have to do for free. You may have to do some stuff for $5. That's fine. Get a track record. Get some people who hire you. Now, first, you'll need a demo, and then you'll join a website or two in an effort to get your first paying gigs. The two websites I suggest are Fiverr and People Per Hour. Let your price be driven low. It's okay. This is all about experience. Once your skills improve and you move to higher paying gigs, then you'll want to leave Fiverr behind because most high quality agents and voiceover websites just won't work with you if you have an active Fiverr account. Why would anyone agree via your agent or website to pay you $200 when they can get you somewhere else for $20? It's that simple. You'd be competing against yourself, which isn't the most ideal situation. So Fiverr goes away. Not so much for People Per Hour. You control it more. You need a website, and it has to be a good website because they will check you out. If you can't build your own website, you're going to have to hire somebody, or you can use one of those online website builder things. Let's take a look at my website just as an example of something you can do. Now, you're going to want to look at other voiceover websites as well to see what those folks are doing. Look at, if you're a gal, look at what some of the women are doing. If you're a guy, look at what some of the men are doing, and vice versa, because there's some really cool voiceover websites out there, and they work really, really well for those people. As you'll see, I do have a logo, so you're going to need some kind of logo put together. And once again, there's places you can do it on the cheap just to get started. Or if you have a friend who's a designer, you can work that out with them. This is the website I developed over the past year or so. You're going to need some pictures, and these can't be snapshots. The problem with snapshots is they look like snapshots. You need professional photography. You need something someone has done in the professional realm. So if you know a professional photographer, or if you know someone who is a really good hobbyist, you can get them to take some shots. But here's an example of what professional photographers have done for me, okay? And once you get a look at those, you'll understand a bit more of what they're looking for. They're looking for something that fits, okay? Now get a number of headshots because you're going to use them on your site, in emails, on voiceover websites, and in your social media. And for example, I've got another one in the About section. Another one I liked a whole lot that a professional photographer did that was this one. Is it the prettiest picture? Well, one could argue you can't get a pretty picture of me, but it's a picture that works for what I need it to do. And this is in the About Me section of my website where I talk about the things that I do, things that I've done, why I think they're important to my voiceover career, and those sorts of things. So you will need a few. So plan for that. Plan for changing clothes. If you're like me, plan on bringing a couple different color hats, that kind of stuff. Now, you also need a tagline. Part of the tagline process is figuring out what your unique proposition is. Now, this can be really hard, and I had to work on it very hard. I actually paid some guys to help me with it, and they put me through paces, man. It was a lot of work, and everything I came up with and brought to them, they said, no, try again. So I put a link about creating taglines in the description below. So check that out, and that's just a beginning. That's just to get you started in the process. Now, my proposition is that I save producers time and headaches because I give them the read they need with few or any retakes or fixes. The tagline came out of my experience that many producers are long on problems and short on time. So I tell them, deep breath. I've got you. You'll need a one-page resume to send to agents and websites. Here's mine. Looks like I have to update the picture. I'm using a different headshot these days. I want all my marketing materials to have the same picture, so potential clients, potential agents, and voiceover websites will know it's me very quickly. I don't want to confuse anybody. A simple internet search for voiceover resume template will show you a ton of resumes from voice talent and actors. Use those to help you create yours. Now, if you've worked with a few clients, you can put together a client list for your website and your resume. I've also found that a number of agents and websites are asking about your equipment. Now, it's because more and more work is being done from home studios, and they don't want to waste their time with people using the equivalent of soup cans and string. If you need an idea of what a pro setup looks like, check out my video called "What Equipment Do You Need?" You also need to be active on social media and add that reach to your marketing effort. I use YouTube, Facebook, and LinkedIn. You need to use what works for you. Just make sure you have separate accounts for your voiceover business and your personal use. And just so you know, agents and voiceover artist websites will check out your social media. They'll look at your website. And if you're missing what they expect to see from a pro, you may have a difficult time developing productive relationships. If you want to know more about how to talk for a living, check out the rest of the channel or one of the videos on the screen. Thanks for watching. Talk to you later.